as you may probably noticed by now, and if you haven't been 11 for a while, after 25 years, a Japanese art book called the Hyrule Historia has officially revealed the Zelda Timeline. Now, as expected, there have been some interesting picks, as for instance, Skyward Sword is the starting point, then came Minish Cap and Four Swords, then came OOT. But what's interesting is now the talk about this, instead of 2 timeline splits, there are now 3 timeline splits. The two timeline everyone knows is when you come to the ending of Ocarina of Time, when you either get sent back to the past, that's the one future. The second future is the timeline that exists afterwards, which creates the second timeline, the Wind Waker timeline. And then the child line that comes back, pretty much, is the Ocarina, is the one with Twilight Princess. Now we have excuse timeline number 3. Here's the reasoning behind timeline number 3. Is because when Link fails to beat Ganondorf in the final battle of Ocarina of Time. Now, this is an interesting theory because it now pretty much establishes this, that after Ganon kills Link in a supposed alternate future, he then went on to challenge to conquer Hyrule unopposed. Yet for some reason Zelda pretty much gathered up the 6 other sages, gathered up a shit ton of knights and other people and fought in the Imprisoning War, which of course set up for Link to the Past. I've already seen one glaring problem. In Link to the Past, it's often said the 7 sages were humans, or Hylians. In Ocarina of Time, the 7 sages were royalty, a Hylian, a Kokiri, a Gerudo, a Goron, a Sora, and a Sheikah. That's a headache. So, now with Timeline 3, it pretty much is this. Link to the Past is now the top point in the line, followed by the Oracle games. Surprisingly, yes, they are. They are the 2 points. Then came Link's Awakening, and then Zelda 1 and 2 for the Nintendos. Really interesting choices. Now, I have an alternate theory, or rather, there's one alternate take into the story, which seems feasible. You know the point when you first lift the Master Sword in Ocarina of Time, when you go inside the thing as a child, right? What if, and I would have to see, what if, during the 7 years that you were spent prisoning there, in the timeline that split, the timeline splits after you lift the sword, creating sort of another dimension that would go on to become the Imprisoning War, since Ganon was basically unopposed, which then would lead to, say, a rebirth in Link after the Sealing War and all that. And then when Link turns 17, he goes back to the timeline he came from. Thus, we have a split like this. That's what I think would happen anyway. A lot of interesting choices. First off, Four Sword Adventure establishing in the middle. The right of everyone knows is the Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, and the Spirit Tracks games, and in the middle is where all the other games are. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, the Link 4 Sword Adventure game for the GameCube comes on after that. Yeah, the GameCube one is now fucking canon, and an interesting way of putting it too, considering it's some distance away, but it's going to cause a lot of debates. It's going to cause a lot of people to be pissed off, but that's how Nintendo deciphers it, and that's the official timeline down. I'll have to get used to it, since considering I've played it for so long. Anyway, enough rambling from me. I will see you all next year. Bye.